So I just got this new Harbor Freight dust collector. The brand is Central Machinery, just the in-house brand at Harbor Freight. And I've heard a lot of great things about it. It's a big system, 2 horsepower, and I think it'll do just the right job for my small shop. And so let's get this thing unboxed and see how easily it goes together. So that's everything out of the box. Not a whole lot of parts. Looks like it should be a pretty simple assembly.
Wrong.
So let's see how hard this is. Look right here in this little bag. I don't see any labels on any of these. It's just a bunch of bolts and screws in one bag. So this looks like it'd be a lot of fun. Not like most instructions where, you know, each one's labeled screw or bolt A, you know, nut C. So this looks like it could be fun. All right, so I gotta tell you, the Harbor Freight people send you all of those nuts, bolts, screws, washers, and all that good stuff in that one little bag. If you can see right here, there are 13 different types of hardware in that one little bag that I just sorted out completely myself. So user-friendly for the instructions, not so much. So we'll see how the rest of this kind of goes, and I'll keep you guys updated on the process of how they describe to use each of these pieces of hardware. Because I have a hard time believing if this is that unorganized, just in bagging and packaging, I can only imagine what it's gonna be like assembling. All right, so I'm in here looking at the instructions. They do provide some pictures, so that's a helpful thing. But when you look at the pictures, it gives you a number for what piece of hardware you need. So for example, here it says bolt 16, base plate 40, figure A, and then it gives you a little paragraph right down. Thing is, every single one of these pieces of hardware is on this list right here. But I have no way of knowing what screw is M6. And so I'm gonna have to figure out, you know, 'cause I don't think any of this is labeled. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, this just says, you know, basic hardware marking DL 4.8. And so I don't think that's anywhere on any of this write-up. So this could be fun. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys rather how to do this. That way, if you're trying to build this yourself, you don't have to go through all this struggle that I'm going through. So basically all you need for this first piece is these little round-headed screws that are labeled M6 in the manual. You take one of those, you take one of your little washers. Obviously, there's only certain ones that'll fit through this size, but it's just bigger than the head of that little screw bolt. So you put the washer on like that. Go ahead and feed that through the top into here. And then now we can take our other washer and this little locking washer right there. Push it on, you got that. And then now take one of your one of the little nuts that does not have the locking. Use this one for all 4 of these caster bolts right here. For step 2, we're going to be installing these rails that hold up the dust collection bag. And so if you come over here to look at your hardware, we've already gotten rid of the round topped bolts, the little spring washers, and the medium size, or the smallest size of the washer, the flat washer. So now you're gonna go with these bolts right here. And so these are the shorter of the bolts. And then you also have your spring washers here, and then these are the flat washers that you're gonna use to mount these bars right here to the base. All right, so this is currently where we're at. We've got the casters on, we've got the 3 vertical supports, now we're installing this. So this right here is gonna support the motor. It sits right there on those 4 holes, and you're gonna be using 4 of these same bolts you used on the vertical supports right there. So you're gonna be using 4 of these for the spring washers, and the difference this time is you're gonna be using the medium size. So you remember the smallest ones went on the casters, there's the medium size, and we just used the largest size flat washer on the supports. So you're gonna use the medium sized with these spring washers and these bolts. So now that the motor base support is attached, we're going to attach the motor to that plate. So you see these 4 little slotted areas right there in that. And so to do that, we're going to be using these 4 of the biggest bolts. We're going to be using these, again, the medium size washers. And we're going to be using the same spring washers we've been using. And then we're going to be using these nuts to go on last. So the whole line is going to be bolt, flat washer. It's going to go through the support, through the motor, and then it's going to come back to flat washer, spring washer, nut. I didn't have the greatest view of that, but you can see right there where I put those in on that side, and then same thing on this side. Now to attach the fan portion right here to the base, we will be using 2 of these bolts and these last 2 big washers, and that'll let us attach that down to the base. All right, so now we have the fan assembly attached as well with these 2 bolts. So on this next portion, we're going to be attaching the rubber gasket and the outlet from the top of the fan. And so what we're going to be doing to do that, here's the rubber gasket, here's the outlet. You're going to be using these 6 bolts right here and the nuts with the little black rubber locking mechanism in them. You're going to be using those with these 6 nuts to attach through these 6 holes that you can see around the gasket. All right, so next we're going to be attaching this center cylinder to the portion up here. And so as you can see, there's 2 holes per each of these supports, which is lining up perfectly with the number of bolts that I have left. So these are those same bolts we've been using. So we've got 2 bolts, 2 washers, and 2 of the locking washers. And so those are going to all attach here for this. Here, so I'm just going to try to get this supported with 1 bolt. Just slightly drilled in there. All right, so I found a mistake in a piece that I let sit off to the side. So if you see this one right here, this is the bag support for the upper bag, the cloth bag. And so this is supposed to actually be attached right here. So I get to take these bolts off and put this on so that the bag has a support at the top. So next is to do the handle. We have these 2 black bolts, the only 2 black bolts that come in the entire hardware kit. You're going to use those and these nuts and this handle, obviously, to attach right here to the front of the cylinder. All right, so at this point in the build, I only have these 2 spring washers left, which I have no idea. Maybe I missed putting them on somewhere in one of the previous steps. Maybe they're extra, I don't know. Got this right here for a breakout, so if you need to add another hose or another option like that. And then you got this right here. These are the little clamps that are going to help us to attach the hose that comes with the kit. So the little hose over here. So this hose is obviously the one that we're about to install that goes from here to here. And we also have the dust bags, obviously, and those are attached with this. So these are a couple of the little things that wrap around to hold each bag in place. So I would definitely recommend putting this side on first, because it seems a little bit tougher to get it on up here, so you can twist the whole tube around, and then when you get down here, it just slides on nice and snug, and then you can lock it in. So the cure bag goes on the bottom, so that way you can see how much dust and shavings you've accumulated, and then the bag that is cloth goes on the top so that air can escape and filter through it. So this is what actually filters the air that's being obviously sucked into the machine, drops all the shavings down here, and then sends the excess air out the top. All right, so we got the bags on. Now the last thing to do is to attach this little split off. So that way if you want to run 2 different hose connections to pull from this one machine, obviously this kind of acts as a blast gate if you don't want to use another one. And so there's a little screw right here. All you gotta do is unattach this, slide this on here, attach the screw back. That's pretty much it. Hey, so that'll do it for this video. I will say, the assembly of this thing was a beast, and the instructions were not super helpful. They helped get me through it, but I hope this video served as a way to assist you in the process of putting together your dust collector so that you don't have to go through some of the struggles I did. So I hope you have a great rest of your day, night, whatever you're doing right now, and getting this bad boy put to use.